If you have ever spent an afternoon on the beach trying to dig up bait or hunt for shark teeth, you know exactly how much of a backbreaker it can be. Most people end up hunched over, scraping the sand with their bare hands or some flimsy plastic scoop that snaps the moment it hits a wet patch. This stainless steel rake from ATSARIUM is a completely different story. It is built like a tank, and honestly, that is exactly what you want when you are dealing with salt water and abrasive sand all day. The first thing you notice is the weight. It feels substantial, not like those cheap aluminum things that bend after a few uses. Because it is made of stainless steel, you do not have to worry about it turning into a pile of rust after one trip to the coast. The design is pretty clever too. It uses a spring snap system for the handle, which is a huge win for anyone who has to pack a car full of beach gear. You can break it down into smaller pieces, so it actually fits in the trunk without taking up half the space. Now, the business end of this thing is a 16-inch wide head with an 8mm mesh. That is a decent size. It covers a lot of ground quickly, which is perfect if you are trying to catch sand fleas before the tide shifts. The 7-inch opening is deep enough that you are not constantly losing your catch as you pull it through the surf. One of the smartest additions here is that extra auxiliary handle. It sounds like a small detail, but when you are dragging this through heavy, wet sand, having that second point of leverage makes a world of difference for your lower back. It turns a chore into something much more manageable. It is not just for bait, either. If you are into metal detecting or just love sifting for shells, this thing is surprisingly versatile. That said, it is not perfect. While the stainless steel is great for durability, it does make the rake a bit heavier than a carbon fiber or plastic alternative. If you are walking long distances down the beach, you are definitely going to feel that weight in your arms after a while. Also, the mesh size is fixed, so if you are looking for something extremely fine to catch tiny microshells, this might let a few things slip through. But for general beachcombing and bait collection, it hits that sweet spot between ruggedness and efficiency. It is one of those tools that feels like it was designed by someone who actually spends time on the sand, rather than someone just looking at a blueprint. If you are tired of gear that fails when the sand gets tough, this is a solid piece of kit that should last for many seasons.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.